Hi, my name is Paul Zalazur with another video about growing your conscious business. I'm here outside of Austin, Texas. I'm in about an hour and a half from Austin in a beautiful rural place in a gorgeous home. I'll tell you the story in just a second. It's 5 bedrooms and there's a pool and a hot tub, although it's too cold to go out there. It's been raining here and cloudy. And I am doing a retreat. I'm here for 5 days and I'm really visioning and feeling into 2019. And I posted a picture of this place, the outside, when I first got here, and people immediately started asking me questions about a visioning retreat and getting ready for 2019. So that's what today's video is about. 5 things you might want to think about. The first one is I really want to encourage you to do a retreat. You don't have to do 5 days, although I have some tips for making it more feasible than you might think. But even a half a day before 2019 gets here and before you're like, oh my gosh, it's a new year, I should probably think about it. You're worth it and your business is worth it. Take a little time and bookend some spacious time, a half a day, 2 to 3 hours. Come on, I know you can do it. And really allow yourself to find that spacious place so that you can be looking at the big picture, right? I'm not just doing visioning in these 5 days, but it really is, I'm not around my typical friends and family and walking the dog and all the rhythms, right? I've made it so that I can have very simple meals for myself, so I'm not spending a lot of time on the meals, although they're really high quality, right? And two easy ways to do it are you can do an Airbnb and just get a night or two and really get yourself out of your familiar environments. It changes your brain when you're not in your normal pathways. Or what I did this time, for the very first time, I joined a site called Trusted House Sitters, right? It's $120 a year. If you do a little searching online, you can find a coupon for 20% off, literally $98 for a year. And you take care of people's cats. There's a couple dogs here, or their cats, and get the mail. And that's what I'm doing here. I got this beautiful, incredible 5 bedroom house just to myself for $98 for the whole year. People are already messaging me and saying, "Hey, will you house sit?" At some other places. It's really working out for me well. So it doesn't have to be expensive. So that's the first suggestion. Create a retreat environment for yourself. The second one is give yourself time to reflect and doing some inventory taking, right? What's true right now in your business and what have you been doing? What's working well? What's not working? I'm doing some writing and a lot of walking. Right out back here, some beautiful land, literally right out the back gate. I don't even have to get in the car. And doing some spiritual practice in the form of walking. If you want to do some reading on this, read up on pilgrimage and how for many thousands of years in many traditions, people would walk and sit with a question and explore and listen and be in communion with that which is larger than themselves. I've been doing a lot of that. It feels really good to be in that kind of more active reflection. So I've been doing a lot of that. What are some things on a heart level that are feeling good and not so good? What's going on financially in your business in terms of what's working and what's not working? Where's revenue coming in? Where have you been putting time towards things that honestly aren't really getting a lot of return? And doing a lot of thinking and inventory on my systems. What's working smoothly, and where are some places that if I spent a little time on my systems, it would make things flow easier. This particular retreat, I'm really focusing on polishing some things. There are some new things I'll be launching, but one of the things that can happen for, big idea people and thought leaders is we can get really excited about the new. And sometimes, it's like the shoemaker's children's shoes. Those things that we already have up and running that, it's time to pull the plug and just let them go, or that we can polish and take to the next level. So doing a lot of syncing up of my services and making a smoother flow between things I'm already offering and how they can work together in a more cohesive way. That's something I'm really thinking about on this particular retreat going into 2019. I want things to work a little bit easier and work together more, and really polishing up the communications for that to happen. And if somebody comes into one part of my business and does something called an easel marketing plan, the things that get implemented in terms of inviting them into other parts of the business, just smoothing all that out and polishing it up. It's not that it was bad, but there are things that I'm seeing that I can make that a more integrated process, and that's something I'm really thinking about. I'm on, it's a Tuesday when I'm making this video, and my retreat goes to Friday, so I'm about halfway through already, right? And then lastly, things that are new that I haven't yet done, and that's an exciting, juicy thing. And again, be mindful that sometimes people in our space want to put a lot of energy into new, exciting, dynamic things, and sometimes skip polishing. So this year, as I'm feeling into it, it really is about iterations, about taking things, building on what already is, rather than blank sheets of paper and new canvases. There's some of that, but honestly, a lot of it is putting into place systems and syncing things up. That's really what's emerged for me in this retreat. And I'm doing some of the implementation right here. Working on an email sequence for people who are in my programs. I literally created the template for an invoice of that just wasn't there. A couple of gaps that I'm seeing that are making things much smoother. And I already used one of the templates. I did a session before I left on Friday and sent it to the person yesterday, and she came back and said, oh my gosh, this template that she got, which was giving her the summary of a session that we did together, she really liked it and really noticed it. So it's already getting good feedback, right? Those are the kinds of things that I'm implementing in this more spacious environment, because I have time to think about it, make some lists, start to chunk down what those things are, go for a walk, eat good meals. That's what this retreat's been like for me. So those are some thoughts that I have. I would love to encourage you to really take a moment and give your business a chance to go deep. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear about it. I love doing retreats, excuse me. And if you have questions or thoughts or ideas, please feel free to put them in the comments or get a hold of me at my website, paulzelizer.com. Thank you so much, and best of luck to you for 2019.